Welcome to another edition of the Jalen Freaking Hurts podcast with your boy Kukat Connor. As you can see, Jalen Freaking Hurts grace another magazine cover, as you can clearly see. And I would like to talk about a couple of topics that brought my attention. Now, salute to my guy Tom, gave us a thread of what he said in the Men's Health magazine interview. Okay? So the first thing he said in this interview, let me give you a close up. First, despite the uproar that comes with winning the Super Bowl, Jalen freaking Hurts says he isn't thriving to be the face of the National Football League. He is a private guy who seems to have no desire to lean into memes about his name or do goofy insure ads. When I asked Hurts if he is interested in being the face of the NFL, he said, that's a no. But when you're the Super Bowl MVP, you are the face of the NFL. For a black quarterback, of course, the question of even more soul-searching, rubbing up against all-American quarterbacks. Hurts knows you hear people talk about Doug Williams, Warren Moon, and Randall Cunningham, and then their treasure quarterbacking in the NFL. So he's basically talking about the black quarterback, and sure, he's the face of the NFL because he won Super Bowl MVP. Okay? The next thing he's talked about. The Jalen Hurts that Eagles fans are familiar with is more focused on work. He continued to chase improvements at a 1% better level. He says, right, to commit his position in sports and in the culture, Hurts must keep winning and trusting his process. He tells me he's not chasing a set number of rings or flexing fixation on building his brand. He's focused on this offseason. His focus on this offseason is growth. It's hard for me to enjoy a certain success in real time because I'm in pursuit of something. He says, you have to have a drive. It has to burn within you to where you don't want to stop. How can I better myself? How can I evolve? It's days and nights and years of hard work paying off. Now what do I have to do next time around? It's not difficult to imagine. Right? I 1000% agree with QB1. The next thing he says, the mental part of his game continues to improve according to Mike, who works with Hurts. So it says he's putting together game plans in his mind before the season even starts. These are the defensive structure that I faced a year ago. These are the blitzes that give me issues. These are the throws I miss. Loxley has seen players commit to the trench goal, but not all as Hurts. He approaching as if every day somebody is trying to take his job. Damn. He is a deep thinker and he does not act emotionally. I agree. I agree. Next, Jalen Hurts was also in touch with his icon, none other than Michael Jordan, basically. Michael Jordan. Unlike Patrick Mahomes, who got the Swifties and stuff, Jalen freaking Hurts aligned himself with Nike and Michael Jordan. Excuse me. The basketball icon, Hurts was 0 years old when Michael Jordan was leading the Bulls dynasty. Now being the Jordan Black athlete offers him proximity to the kind of greatness many young players would trade their soul single hoops earning for. In early March, he and Jordan dined in a restaurant in Palm Beach, Florida. Man. Let's keep going. What else? Jalen shares a behind-the-scenes moment following his benching in the national championship. Let's go ahead. Don't get me wrong, I was joyful for my team and happy we won the championship, he said. When you get with your family, you see a different set of emotions. They're thinking about Jalen Hurts and not the team. That's 1,000% fair. Later, back in the team hotel, the weight of it hits him. He broke down in the arms of his father. I remembered I cried on his shoulder, Hurts says. I cried. Asked him what we were going to do. What was I going to do? I said, this like once I see something I can move on. His dad told him that they would fight. It takes courage to do that, Hurts says. Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does. The first time Jalen had lost the Super Bowl, he knew how to follow up. He set up let's go ahead. Let's talk about it. After the loss, Hurts fine-tuned his approach among for greater efficacy. That's an example for me having a great game and feeling empty, he said. His 3 rushing touchdowns set a Super Bowl record for a quarterback. I value winning, he repeated. I value winning. Everything is certain upon that. Losing impacts him profoundly to the extent that he almost sees self-improvement as a way to rewrite history. He can refine every detail of his game. He will have cleared a path to victory while at the same time outworking his past self. That guy was focused. Oh, that guy was focused. A full circle moment following Jalen Hurts' triumph. Yep, talking about his dad. This time, his dad, he talked about his dad and crying on the shoulders. In a shower of confetti in New Orleans Superdome, celebrating Hurts' first Super Bowl and first MVP trophy. And a dominant performance against the Chiefs. That minor moment of crying on the shoulder and asking, what do we do? And him refueling me in a way and saying, don't forget who you are. You're going to fight. Him reassuring that belief in me meant the world to me. Everything changed mentally for me. Hurts told me that all he said to his dad was, it's been a ride. Yep. It's been just like what he said to Devontae Smith. It's been a ride. Jalen Hurts has never considered having team a woman. Let's talk about it. Him having female woman. Hurts management team is made up of women, led by Nicole Lynn, who negotiated his 5-year, $255 million contract extension, which made him the highest paid player in the NFL at the time. When the public launched him for his contract, he tells me he didn't quite know what to make of it. Maybe I'm in my own little world. Something that's so normal to me ain't that normal to everyone else. He often feels like he's playing a different game than everybody else. That's why I say everything is unforeseen. He said in defining a sense, but that's who he is. That is who he is. So what does Jalen do to feed the compelling hunger this offseason? He plays pool. By the end of our 3 hours, I can tell he's not about to pass up an opportunity for an anomaly that sums up his approach. I asked how he distracts himself from football during the offseason, if at all. He can't risk injury his back playing golf. So he's taking up another strategy, pool. He likes it because you're the ultimate puzzle solver. He says, there's always a shot on the table. You got to find it. He continues, I would bank it like this. I could hit it on the left side and put some English on the ball. So basically, he likes playing pool. Something he said multiple times. And he could squat 600 pounds per usual. So that was part of what Jalen freaking Hurts had to say. But what I want to do also is congratulate Jalen freaking Hurts and the Queen, Bray Burrow, because they got married. They got married. Look at the king and queen. Look at them. Look at the king and queen. The king and queen got married. The Super Bowl MVP exclusively Men's Health magazine. They tied a knot with this lovely lady right here. Oh, y'all wish y'all was Jalen freaking Hurts. You wish you was Jalen freaking Hurts. Oh. So it says, Super Bowl MVP Jalen freaking Hurts is officially a married man. The Men's Health cover star revealed that he and his longtime girlfriend, Brie Burrows, are married. In Hurts fashion, he simply says, you can call her my wife. Hurts and Burrow, who's been together for 7 years, met at the University of Alabama in 2016. They officially confirmed their relationship in 2023 when they were spotted together at the NFC Championship celebration. Last September, they got engaged, right? The couple kept their wedding details under wraps. I mean, we ain't trying for people to be in other people's business, right? But it's clear they've been in love with each other for a while. I knew a long time ago, he says in 2023. To this point in my life, it's an irresistible feeling. Yep. On this day in the interview with Men's Health, Hurts carried a small pink crumbled up post-it note that reads, you are exactly where you're supposed to be. I love you. Follow God. I follow you. The note is simply signed B for Brianna. Congratulations to the king and queen. So basically, Jalen freaking Hurts got 2 rings. The Super Bowl ring and now a wedding ring. All my boy does is win. I suggest some of y'all do the exact same thing. And this has been the Jalen freaking Hurts podcast with your boy, Cool Cat Con.